This was humanity's first time observing Mars through a telescope. But as scientist Jera peered through the lens, she suddenly noticed something strange, flickers of light rising from the planet's surface, as if someone were launching artillery shells from there. Hearing her discovery, the entire group was ecstatic. Their teacher, Kieran, quickly took a photograph of the astonishing sight. However, due to the underdeveloped technology of the time, the photograph was blurry. In the end, Kieran concluded that it was merely a large-scale volcanic eruption on Mars. Jera also found this explanation reasonable, until a series of events shattered her belief. That evening, a blue glow suddenly lit up the sky outside, followed by violent tremors shaking their house. Jera and her husband, Galen, rushed outside, only to see a trail of cloud formations left behind by something moving at high speed. Clearly, an object had fallen from the sky. The next morning, Jera, Galen, and Kieran followed the direction of the clouds to investigate. Their search led them into a dense forest, where they found a vast stretch of scorched trees. In the middle of the burned clearing lay a massive meteorite, but it was unlike any ordinary meteorite. This one was enormous and pulsated at regular intervals. The eerie sight unsettled them. Galen warned the others not to act recklessly and decided to seek help from the authorities. However, since all communication had mysteriously failed the night before, he had no choice but to travel on foot. Before long, Galen returned with personnel from the National Security Bureau. The officials agreed to excavate the soil around the meteorite, but just as they were halfway through digging, cracks suddenly formed on its surface, and from within came a mechanical whirring sound, like gears turning inside. Everyone instinctively backed away, watching in fear. Sure enough, within seconds, the meteorite's outer shell began peeling away. To their horror, what lay inside was not a rock, but a smooth, black sphere. One of the high-ranking officials mustered his courage and cautiously stepped forward, reaching out to touch it. The sphere's surface was coated in a sticky, viscous liquid, yet was so polished that it reflected his image clearly. Curious, he leaned in closer, but before he could investigate further, the sphere suddenly began to rotate. In an instant, the remaining outer shell crumbled away, startling everyone present. Before they could react, the black sphere spun faster and faster, then slowly levitated 5 meters above the ground. No one had ever witnessed such a phenomenon before. Mesmerized, they stood frozen, eager to see what would happen next, unaware that they were standing on the brink of humanity's extinction.